Controlled descent.
Sunlight. I've been dreaming of it for months. But it's hard to enjoy alone. The crash seems so long ago now. Father was right. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. Marguerite and Father are already part of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Okay. All right. I hope that I'm not clipping too badly with the sound. I'm trying to crank up my voice from last time. I think I had a little quiet. Turn the game down ever so slightly, so it doesn't scare the fire out of me. Pendracos, welcome to you, my friend. I appreciate the host and I appreciate the bits as we get tonight's episode started. Commander Root is also with us. Electrical Skateboard, appreciate you guys being here. I think I labeled this thing incorrectly, so let me get on Twitch real quick here and fix it. I believe today is the streaming of episode 10, not episode 9. The issue with crab squids, which of course is what I put on last time. Today is just simply day 10, and I will find a title for the episode when I export things to YouTube. Streaming of episode 10. There we go. Not look like it's saved. I believe we're good to go. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get this thing going tonight. I have basically tonight is adventure night. I've worked a lot on the base and not really much between this stream and the last stream. So there's not much new to say, hey, here's stuff that I've changed and things I've been doing, come see it. Which means that tonight is, for the most part, exploration night. I need to make a foray into the wretched Blood Kelp Trench and into the... I need to find the wreck in the Grand Reef. That's one thing that we're going to go do. And then I'm going to have to make a foray into the Lost River, which is one of the things that just scares me to no end at all in this game. But we'll figure that out as we go tonight. Again, as always, I would appreciate feedback on the sound balance if you wouldn't mind, because I can see what this thing looks like, but I cannot hear what it looks like to make corrections. So if anybody would spot for me, just kind of let me know if I need to make any adjustments. I did make a few. I turned myself up ever so slightly and the game down ever so slightly. I think things should be good because there's only really minor adjustments based on the settings last time. but we're gonna find out. Happy July 3rd, by the way, everybody. It is tomorrow's July 4th. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have the day off. I certainly do. Voice said I'll scare off. Pen Dracos, you have some very timely bit donation times that scare me to endless extents fairly often. I seem to be getting more tripped up over my words than I used to. Maybe it's because this game has numbed my brain. I don't know. Maybe I have the Karar. Which, of course, is the bacteria that everything is affected with.
Emergency power
affected with on this world.
Oxygen production offline.
I thought the game was ready to tell me I could. Usually, when you hear that oxygen production is offline, it's loading the base behind this graphic, and it comes up pretty quickly. There we go. All right, home sweet home.
All primary systems online.
I'm not sure if I did make some changes. We will look at them. I don't really like where the staircase is because it's right here in front of the door. I put a secondary tower of power, but I may change it up. I've been trying to come up with a way that I can essentially get from my central base area here to that, and I think I may just build a third level and then just glass tubing like that to get to it. So we will figure this out. This is my Seamoth Bay. I did make some changes. Again, I haven't worked any on this office thing, but I did put some signs here as you kind of navigate the base. So we've got the bedroom. Come here. I've got the aquarium room in there. Galley, I guess I called that. You know, water. You can't call it a kitchen and water. It's a galley, I suppose. So it goes to terrarium there. My workshop right here, got the power room, prawn bay over here, observatory, of course, scanner room. Put a hatch on the other side there, which is fantastic because quite frequently I'm needing to come in and do that. That works just well. All right, so I need to make sure that I'm properly prepared for this trip tonight. I'm going to take some things in there. I think I want to take enough in there to build a scanner room when I do go. I don't know quite how much I'm going to be looking into the Lost River tonight, but I can make it pretty easily with things that I have on hand. I need 2 copper, a gold, table coral. So I actually need to make enough. Let's grab a table coral real quick. I need to make enough. Apparently I have rubies on me. Actually need these right now. 2 coppers, and there was a gold, right? 2 coppers, gold. That will give me what I need for my scanner room. Actually, tell you what we'll do is we'll make sure we have exactly what we need. I think I need, that's full. Apparently I've been farming titanium recently and haven't, at least since the last time I played. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is all we needed for that, correct? Alright, and then we will need to make, joining the scanner room, a multi-purpose room. So we need a 6 titanium for that. So let me pick those up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easily enough. And then we need some power on the thing. And I think we're going to make some bio. I need to make sure I have fish or something that keeps. We'll need to make a bioreactor, and we'll also need to make a hatch. Let's just get enough for a hatch. Quartz and 2 more titanium. So we have quartz, 2 more titanium. That'll make a hatch, so at least we can get into it. We can, and now I need to make sure we can power it. So let us figure that out. Here it is. No, bioreactor, 3 titaniums. Let's pick up 3 more of those. Wiring kits and lubricant. Titanium, 1, 2, 3. wiring kits, which I probably actually have somewhere here. Well, I know I needed lubricant. Let's pick that up. I thought I had wiring kits, and I put them in one of these. I think it was just a regular wire kit, right? Sorry, forgive me while I search all my stuff here looking for what I'm looking for. I think that was all magnetite. You know what? Wiring kits, I think two silver will do it. If I recall. We'll just make one. Food and water, or just your blade on fish. Yes, you know, you're exactly right. We need to take some supplies. I think I have a lot of food and water. So there's the wiring kit. So if I try to make a bioreactor, we've got the stuff we need for that now. So I can make basically a power room with a hatch. I can make a scanner room, and if we can put that down in the Lost River, I can scan the Lost River for some things. I think what I may want to do is come over here as well and find out what the ingredients are for some upgrades for the scanner room. I don't necessarily care about the speed upgrades, but I want to make sure... Camera drones, it'll be good to have up there. I want to make sure that I can make the range upgrades. So that's copper and magnetite, which I have plenty of. What we may probably do is make 2 of those, copper and magnetite, and silver and gold for the speed. So 2 silver, 2 gold, 2 copper, 2 magnetite. Gold, silver was over here. 2 silver, 2 gold, 2 copper, 2 magnetite. And I think I have on hand everything that I would need to make a little outpost in the nastiest of nasty places. I don't really even care for a window. All I want is this thing to be able to tell my HUD where things are that I'm looking for them, because I don't want to go any place I don't have to, essentially. Because I am indeed that much of a wuss. Another thing I'm going to be doing when I go to the Lost River, when I go to make this happen, I'll put all this in this locker here. All of the building materials I'm going to take with me, and this is going to hurt if I end up losing this craft, but okay. We'll hope it'll work. I'm already full, wow. That's what multiple lockers are for, so... Apparently taking a poster with me as well, who knows. Gonna dump that here in a second. Okay, so I need to make sure I have all the power, but I think I'm good. I replaced it the last time I was on the sub. Let's look at food and water supplies. I have plenty of that with me. Probably food, and we'll eat before we go, so that'll be a thing. So let me bring some food back with me. Actually, I have fire extinguishers and all kinds of things. Health packs, extra batteries, extra power cells. I am set on board this this machine, that's for sure. So I need to make sure we bring some food with us. So let's go back down and get that. And then I think we will be ready for the most part to make a trip into one of the scariest, most fear-inducing areas of the game.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And then we will take the prawn suit tonight, because I am after nickel and I'm after crystalline sulfur if I can find any. What do I have for this stuff? Yeah, food bars. That's probably good. I wonder if nutrient blocks are craftable in this game. That'd be alright with me. My terrarium is looking great. Tell me this isn't awesome. Here we will find Chinese potatoes. Maybe Chinese potatoes is really what I need. Although they're huge. That's my issue with Chinese potatoes, is how stinking gigantic they are. And they probably rot after a while. Probably need to find a way to put these on the sub. We'll see. Okay. Marble melon. I've got a lot of cool things going on here now that are all edible. These are fantastic lantern fruits. Thank you for the host, Kidley. Appreciate you, my friend. Palpatine appreciates you as well. Alright, and I need to drink some water before we go as well. I actually have a lot of disinfected water I need to probably start cycling out, so... Chinese potato. Then another thing, because we're going to be down there for a bit, is to make sure that I have enough charge on all of these things, essentially. And I think I do. Repair tool, we look like flashlight stuff is not going to run out on me immediately. Laser cutter is good. Let me leave this deco. I think my deco is full though. Yeah, well, no, it's... And I think I had... in the silver here, sample flask. I have, still have some building to do on my laboratory. I'm going to have a laboratory room up there in the top above the fish tank, so that's going to be something that we'll do there. Let me take a moment to save, because saving is, of course, exceptionally important around here. And yes, it's good. Pen is, Pen is like my save reminder buddy. He's like, hey, make sure you save. Hey, make sure you save. Nah, of course. Thoroughly appreciate the reminders.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Because I've parked the submarine in such a terrible place, let me move to a place that's more useful to... So one of the things, if you look down at the bottom here, in the center of the screen, is it's really here in this area here, although when I'm bringing this up, I'm looking at my own personal instruments. I have all storage modules as opposed to depth compensators and whatever else there is. The reason for that is because I have yet to find something... or be able to make something that's essentially useful for me, or the kind of usefulness I want to supply to that thing. So I thought, let me just stack it up full of that stuff for now, and then we'll, as we get the materials to do better stuff. So I want to make sure I'm bashing anything. The bubbles are okay. Bubbles are not. I learned... to my embarrassment, the last episode, bubbles are not going to kill me. Yeah, I think we're good right there. I've been looking on this as well, wondering what on earth this is. If it's yellow on this thing here, it means it can actually do you harm, but it's not focusing on you right now. So I don't know what it is it's picking up. I've gone looking for it and I haven't been able to see it. When it turns red, then it's game on. There's something in the water out there that really does not love my submarine. Good old C-3PO. This thing is great. Like their lazy way in. It's a Leviathan stalking. It's probably entirely true, Pin. You are probably exactly correct. To reduce the stress. Would you like a coffee? A latte before we go.
Copy completed.
You look like you could use a coffee. For some reason you eat your coffee in this game. And I'm happy to be going over there during daylight. That is something I have a lot of appreciation for. Alright, let's see if we can pile it around here without... So there is a Leviathan out in this direction. We have run into him before. That is probably exactly what we're looking at. I'm going to be careful, and I'm probably going to try to go down and around. Because he wrecked my sub on the way home one day when I was already having a stressful afternoon. Okay, with everything around us, right? I don't want to be lax. I don't want to make foolish choices. I do, of course, want to avoid almost certain wreckage. Fortunately, we've saved, so I don't have to stress out too much. I can always recall. But I want to give this guy a nice wide berth. And I'm going to dive about as soon as I can here. Because the more breadth I can give him, the better. Okay. These cameras on the outside of the hull are actually really helpful. Middle of the day and look how dark it gets. This is the sparse reef. In the sparse reef, there is not much of anything down here. Except some really cool cave systems. How are we doing up here? We're at a depth of 315 meters. Oh, we're getting attacked by a Leviathan.
Landing flag, emergency speed. Warning, vessel calibrated. Excessive noise.
Hey, that idea worked. No, it didn't. We're just gonna run.
Warning, external hull damage detected.
I don't know how much though. I think we still ran into the guy. Hey Mox, good to see you, my friend. Oh no, oh no, oh no, why am I running into Ghost Leviathans? What are you doing out here? Why am I running into Ghost Leviathans? I am just chewing up.
Hull integrity low.
Am I in the dead zone? I think I may be in the... I have to be in the dead zone. I don't understand this. Did I go west? That's where what I think has happened.
Powering up.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I think I know what's going on. This may be the end of us. This
Emergency hull failure imminent.
I wonder what happens. Well, let's just see what happens when you die. I know where we are. We're in the dead zone, but I didn't expect I was going to come out here.
Hull failure. 5, 4, 3,
Woohoo!
1.
By the way, you die if your sub goes up. Okay, we'll try that again. What am I doing back in my life pod? Oh, goodness. I quit this game, dang it. I think all I need to do, I think we saved right before we left the base. Reloading. That was quite traumatizing. Killy, how are you doing tonight, my friend? How was your stream earlier? So I know what happened to me there. I ended up in the ecological dead zone. I just wasn't warned that I was entering the ecological dead zone. I thought I was traveling south. When I looked down, apparently I was traveling west. So yes, we crossed the dunes. And then I really shot ahead trying to get away from the Reaper Leviathan and ended up like getting accosted by Ghost Leviathans, which are what is out there in the ecological dead zone. Essentially, you're out of bounds in the game. And it is the game's mechanism of keeping you in the play area. They sent some stuff in. It's cheating, but it's allowed. I'm allowed to recall the save.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
The dinos killed more people. Oh, yeah, you're playing Jurassic Park something? Jurassic World? This game is so harrowing.
Power restored.
Sometimes.
All primary systems online.
I do need to drink water before we go, but I think that was all we had. Give me just 1 second here to take a look and also to turn on the fan. Alright, so, from my base, which is, if you look at the icon there, the mushroom forest on the west is that blue area. I've got an icon there for where my base is located. I thought we were traveling south. We made a western shot instead. So, of course, yes, we ended up in the out of bounds. We needed to go south. We're going to try this again. Thank you, Reddit, for the host, my friend. Hope you are doing great tonight as well. Happy July 3rd weekend, everybody. Or July 3rd midweek, I suppose. July 4th is, of course, tomorrow. Some people have the...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
day off tomorrow. We'll brave the bubbles. I was like, why am I getting attacked by a Ghost Leviathan? Because there's no Ghost Leviathans that are in the waters on the surface. They're all deep.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Except when you're out
Systems online.
beyond, and then suddenly it started making sense to me. Like, I know what's going on.
Engine powering up.
I know what is going on here.
And it's low.
Maturity 1 minute. Leviathans in this game. It's like, you're being attacked by something. By what? I don't know what I'm being attacked by. Mostly because you can't see around. May have lined this one up perfectly. Wow. I did. I didn't even have to do any grappling tricks. It's pretty lucky. Okay, I believe we're back to where we were before we left. I may actually save here so I don't have to do the lining up anymore. Yep. All right. Why have I got two of these all over me? By the way, we need to go down there and look at that person as well, Life Pod 2. The giant mushroom in the mushroom forest right here. As we make our heading west. Like we did before. Start to dive just a bit. One of the things I like about the sound in this, it's the subtle sound that really makes things cool. You hear the creaking as the pressure builds. Seriously south. This is what I thought we were doing. We're actually heading out into the dunes as opposed to the sparse reef, which do actually look quite similar. As you get out of the hear it. I don't know if you can hear the subtlety, but I actually hear the Leviathan. If you can hear it, you know it's coming. And it's one of the things I want to be very careful of. We're going to creep along the bottom here. Look at these guys, ghosts. I think they leave you alone. Oh, no, I'm heading straight for it. It's a lot lower than I thought it would be. Okay, go to the surface. This is a particularly distressing piece of section of water right here. I think we're okay though. I'm not seeing it on the and I've got the engines turned way down.
The head standard.
Alright, much better. Make our way to the Grand Reef now. I think we're home free. What?
Critical attack. Added flagged. Emergency speed. Deploying beacon. On. Present counting. Excessive noise. The head standard.
You can't do a head. I think we're okay. You can't do a head flank for very long because you'll start a fire.
Ahead slow.
I'm gonna get out and inspect. We're actually not all that deep. I'm gonna head to the surface. I'm gonna inspect. I'm gonna repair any kind of damage we may have. I dropped a creature decoy, which is another cool thing that you can do. I created a couple of those, and they weren't very good for me the last time we did this. But I think this time they turned out to be decently effective. Man, those Leviathans are awful when you're in this sub. AJT. Yes, indeed. All right.
Damage to plant life on the seafloor suggests this may be the migration path of a huge, bottom-dwelling life form.
All right. I actually know where we are. Let's see what kind of damage we're dealing with on the inside here. I heard of no fires, so I think we're actually going to be okay. There's just some minor hull damage, which I will get out and repair here shortly. You have to inspect the entire outside of the hull for whatever damage you can find. Someone's coming in here. We got bit, but it didn't turn out to be too bad. I dropped creature decoy and took off. Oh my goodness. I probably need a few more of those. So I think the yeah, we have no more water leakage. All right, so if I believe I know where we are here. Even though I was heading south. Let's go ahead. Dive. Hope that we don't meet that Leviathan again. I think we're out of its range at this point. There is in this game what is called the Sea Treader's Path. They are gigantic creatures that just kind of walk along. It's the migration path right out on the western edge of the map. We are heading south, so I didn't necessarily think that we were running into anything. But apparently I'm directionally challenged tonight, so... That's a warper. Warpers are probably a good sign. The last thing I want to do is be heading into another ecological dead zone unawares. I am actually trying to go to the Grand Reef. RT-2 is to my north. Yes, this is the Grand Reef. Apparently we're doing this at night as well, which is challenging in this game. Or maybe it's the next morning. That'd be okay. I'm okay with a little light in the water. Makes things kind of hazy, but at least it's better than just the pitch black deep. Which, as you guys who have been watching probably are well aware, scares me to endless extents. So one of the things I want to do before we go to the Lost River tonight is find the wreck here in this area. There is a wreck. That a Ghost Leviathan, I think it is. Wow, we're close. We're a lot closer than I want to be. And I don't know if Ghost Leviathans guard spots or not. Tell me this is not dead zone. Okay, I'm seeing dirt. Dirt is okay. What direction are we going? West. Apparently right into rocks. Man, I can't seem to avoid this Ghost Leviathan. It's all over the place. I can't seem to avoid any Leviathans tonight. I'm trying to be quiet because apparently noise actually does disturb them and invite them to attack. Let's pretend like we don't exist.
Powering down.
Take a quick walk and find out what is around us. And eat before we go. It's apparently dodging Leviathans is thirsty work. Look at that thing. I think we're probably on the Sea Treader's path right here. It's attacking! And I'm attacking back. Pin, I see what you did there. Yes, this is a sea treader. Maybe that Ghost Leviathan has decided to leave me alone. I realize, and this is probably a SWOTOR trick I've learned, I'm line of sighting him right now. I'm going to try and see if I can find, I don't think any of this is, but we need sea treader poop. These are all just shale outcrops. Diamonds and such. Alright, we're gonna give it a wide berth. That's a warper. Man, this is a harrowing place to be right here. Oh my goodness. A warper will pull you out of your suit. Or out of your, and you are pretty much exposed to whatever is around. Even if it's lava. Is this where the world ends right here? It looks like it. Lots of good quartz in this area. Lots of good caves, apparently. Ben. Ben was like waiting there with the bit attack for the. One thing is that was actually pretty cool is that I just had a one-on-one encounter with a Ghost Leviathan and actually fought it and managed to not only survive, well, it actually kind of hurt me a little bit, but actually drove it away. I get the feeling I'm going to be using this repair tool all night. Trader's way. Okay. Alright, alright. Every time I see rubies, I am going to stop and pick them up. They are definitely worth doing. Some other resources I can probably drop, but rubies are one of those ones that I want to get out of here with if I can. I think if we can get around the Ghost Leviathan, I think we're going to be okay. I just need to get out of its range. And I may have to do what I, you know, like take and gain some altitude, kind of move past him, and then dive again. We'll see. The rest of it seems to be okay. We're of course still looking for the wreck. Things get a lot deeper from here. So if we're going immediately south, southwest, we'll be going in a good direction. Let me brave the Leviathan one more time, although maybe it's moved on. No, there it hasn't. It's still around. I want to say it seems to have more of a range than most like usually Reaper Leviathans kind of pick a spot and they stay at with the spot. This thing seems to be it's attacking. Okay. Ben, you jerk. Jeez. He waits till I'm panicking and then he gives me bits. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The problem is you can't kill anything in this game, or else I'd be happy to. I do know I'm safer in this than I am outside of the prawn suit. Maybe we need to go that direction. What direction is that? Due east. The Emperor's Bane. I just want this to go away. This thing. I'll find another spot to terrorize. We're gonna miss it. Being hasty. There we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right, no
Systems
time to
online.
really wait. We're just gonna charge right ahead.
Engine powering up.
And I am not having a good time with these Leviathans tonight. I'm just trying to survive is all. Maybe we can get out of its area of influence. Be alright. It's like basically trying to make your way home after school and the bully is waiting for you. Alright. I just don't... This doesn't look healthy when the world just ends. And we are pretty... We're 3,000 meters. We're 2,000 meters to the south here. Next thing I need is to be fighting more Ghost Leviathans. I thought we were going to have an okay night. Apparently I'm going north now. But the Leviathans didn't want anything to do with it. Here it is again. These guys, I may be able to... dodge pretty well if I can keep silent. I don't think they can see or something. We may be done for the night. We may be just sitting with this guy hanging over our heads. This may be it, my friends. All right. I'm just trying to get to a point where I can dive deeper. And a lot of these obstacles in the environment are making it a little more challenging than I'd like it to be. We are pretty deep. Thank goodness it's day too, because I can see some stuff out here. Okay, warpers again are a good sign. That means there's something out here. Even though I don't really like warpers at all, they're not our friends. How are we doing above us? Doing just fine. Got plenty clearance. It wants to mate with my ship. Yeah, it's possible. Hey, there's a sea treader. These guys make some interesting... They're harmless. But you wouldn't, when you run into them the very first time, that thud on the ground is very interesting. I think this is a sea treader poop. Alien feces. Okay, these are very good to pick up, actually. I know that sounds terrible, but it's true. They're good for the bioreactor. Ooh, look over there. I'm glad to get that. Look about Ruby. A couple of them out here. More quartz. I wonder if there's any other one else around here. There we go. Sweet. There's a bunch of them out here. Good times. Lots of rubies. I'm of course here for the resources, but really what I need to do is go, as I mentioned, make a dive into the Lost River. Here, if we can get into the Lost River, be some decent resources to pick up there too, and more along the lines of the resources that I need to make depth modulators, especially for the prawn suit. Are you warning? Tail end. I think we're okay. Those things are very cool. I like them. They're oddly shaped. Here we got some depth of it. A lot of depth of it. This is the wreck. I think we may be above the wreck. Fantastic. What about a little bit of luck? This is one of the things I was wanting to check out tonight. Alien poop is a level 3 biohazard indeed. Yeah, no, that's good stuff, finding that stuff, because that'll power the reactor, and that's awesome. By the way, I want to say welcome to Land Fusion. I see that you've joined us. Appreciate you being here. Already said hi to Commander Root. I see that Dura Reggie has joined us, so welcome to you as well, my friend. Hope you're having a great midweek. What are we looking at? Man, I dropped myself right in a trench, it looks like. Right. Going to get a ruby, of course. Oh no. That's not what I want to deal with right now. Oh goodness. So warpers are native to this native fish species. I think that the precursors, the aliens that were previously using this world as a research facility. Basically did some genetic engineering on some of the fish stuff and gave them the ability to do this. You know when your knuckles feel white because you've... all the blood has left your hands? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have some trouble getting around here. So let us do two things. Number one, let me go back to the sub. Let me drink some water. Let me eat some bark. Then we'll come fight the
All systems online.
fight the warper, or at least try to get around the reef. Boy, I mean, it's been a night dealing with some stuff. Okay. So first things first, I think I'm gonna need to equip the laser cutter more than the repair tool. I think I can get in here. Because if we keep some distance to that warper, we should be okay. I do need to explore the trick. Find a way in. And not run out of oxygen. "425 meters under the surface." We can open this. Let's open all these doors and then go back and get some air. This is probably the furthest I'll be able to go in here. Nothing I necessarily need, of course. Empty carryall, that's kind of cool. Back down. Where was my... this suit. We got a charger here. I don't know if I can get beyond here. Cut open access here, my goodness. They definitely like to make this challenging to your oxygen supply. Alright, data box. Sonar upgrade. That is Fantastic, glad to have that. Food bars are good. Sonar upgrade. I need to see what I need to make that. Having basically, it's like the ability of the sea moth to be able to ping what is around me. If I can have that, I think we're gonna be in good shape. Because my goodness, seeing some of the stuff that's out there, or not seeing it as a case may be, has been challenging. See what it takes to make that. Prawn suit pieces. Let's see. We need here. Cyclops itself, the sonar upgrade, computer chip and magnetite. I'm gonna make that now. Man, how nice it would have been to have that on this trip. It may be worth making and bringing back here, in all honesty, computer chip and magnetite. I don't know. There's nothing else around the outside that I really particularly have much of a need of. Stuck, because that would not be helpful. Get me. Perfect. Peek at the DM you sent? Sure. Give me 1 second, Mox. You're talking about on Twitch? Because actually I'm using the Streamlabs OBS these days, which is fantastic because it allows me not to have to be on Twitch. Assuming it was on that and not Twitter. It's so laggy. Twitter might be easier. My internet, I don't think likes Twitch necessarily. I end up loading a lot of stuff, so it just ends up buffering all the time, and I don't know. It says something about streaming with our internet that you need to actually call and investigate. Good to watch this. Okay, sure, I can make that announcement, Mox. Mox would like me to know, and you can actually say in the chat if you would like, Mox, but sure. If you want to pay attention, Thursday around 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so that's in my stream time, 10 a.m. Central. I'm not allowed to tell you guys what it is, but there's an announcement, and a cool announcement going out on our Twitter account. So Passionately Casual Podcast's Twitter, PC_podcast, right, Mox? How'd I do? Alright, let's figure out. some way to move on from here. We are facing southward. The sea traders are right along the west side of the map. So if I make my way, I want to say eastward. I'm facing south. I want to say eastward. We're probably... we'll be doing good. I see Ruby. I thought I saw Ruby. Where were we? Here. When I was looking. I don't want to fight a warper naked, that's for sure. Tell me I'm crazy. I was standing right here, and I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Huh. Maybe I'm crazy. This seems to send to nothing, and I don't want to go beyond the boundaries. And thus get eaten. By Ghost Leviathans. Sea traders. Okay, there's some stuff in front of me. I think we're okay. This is an eye. It seems to be stuck to the hull. Is this a floating island? Interesting. Yes, I think this is the boundary. Okay. Because whenever it just drops and there's just no end inside, that looks like usually like a little fissure making the ship. They're so noisy. Like, hey, I'm just gonna hang out with you for a while. I'm gonna move on, but let me tear up your ship first as I leave. Okay, got some sea traders over here. We'll be scanning for poop. This is a lot of them. Is that a poop? That's a poop! We have sighted a poop! Alright, yeah, the PC Podcast special SWOTOR announcement. Speaking of, if I want to play a game for a night and not be completely out of my mind scared, I think I should probably start playing SWOTOR a little bit more often. I think these things are really cool. Alright, we need to figure out what there is around here. I'm actually looking in a way for the Grand Reef entrance. There is an entrance in the Grand Reef that will
Systems online.
get me to the Lost River. Excited for poop, no kidding. That stuff's good energy. I'm telling you, that bioreactor loves that stuff. Alright, we've got more stuff out that direction, right? That was behind us. The problem is, I can't necessarily see what's mostly in front of me. We're now facing north. And I'm okay, as long as there's stuff showing me that I can go deeper, I will. Without hopefully going over the side of the map. Into, and we may be starting to find the entrance here. I just don't know. When the water turns kind of like a green putrid color, we'll know that we're doing a good job finding the Lost River. I'll wait for space behind. Upwards. These exterior cameras are awesome. Okay. If I can find rubies, that'll be good, but that's really not the reason I'm here. We are looking more for... We're in an interesting spot. Warpers are good because they're going to be more numerous where we're going. Okay, I definitely see one there. Tell me I'm... Try to go get it. Definitely there. Please don't eat me, Warper. I'm less scared of Warpers than I used to be. Oh my goodness. Woo! Goodness me. I was gonna go out on the interior of the submarine. We'll play dead for a minute. We're gonna have an interesting problem here with food and water in a minute. We're okay for now. Let's give those things some time to grow. Do you see it anywhere else? It's way up above us. Okay. And maybe that was the one that we were encountering not that long ago. In all honesty, I know we're in the Grand Reef. I don't quite know where in the Grand Reef. I am going to be looking for caves, so that's kind of why we're doing this. Yes, we're going plenty deep. This may be the Grand Reef caves, actually. But I'm alright if that's end up running into.
Engine powering down. Warning, creature attack. Engine powering up.
Okay. They don't swim very fast, those things, or very... I may be able to escape it just kind of by moving along. Yeah, he was mad at me. I'll have to go do some preparation. You know what's around me is a problem. We're still above the Grand Reef. That's good. If we're finding those things, we're in good shape. That's a good sign. Because usually they only hang out in really, really deep water. We're going due north now. We're at heart rate monitors I place so I can see the number. No kidding, that's a great idea. Oh my goodness. Marks, are you out? Is that what you're saying? Is that where you're saying bye? This trip is a lot more complicated than I was expecting tonight. Like, we've run into a lot of nasty creatures that have wanted to fight with us. I mean, look how beautifully deep this is. Granted, I don't think there's any spots per se that we've actually been hurt. I think we're okay on the hull integrity, actually. This is like the movie The Abyss. Pin. What, do you have like 100 dimes just worth of... worth of scare money. Right, how about we find a useful camera position here. So there's the Grand Reef has its own set of caves, and that's really not what I'm looking for. And chances are that may be what I'm flirting with right now, in which case... let's take the prawn suit out and go explore and see. That's a gel sack. I'm picking that up. I need those as well. That looks like a decent spot. I have no real use for the caves. I've actually already taken a foray into the caves in this area. But I do want to find the Lost River entrance, which is down here somewhere, and I need to do a little bit more exploration to see if that's exactly where I am. The depths of Aquahell. Hey, Novik, yes indeed. You're not kidding. It's been challenging a little bit here. Is this a gel sack? It's like I can't. It is a gel sack, yes. It's great. I don't know if that'll be rotten by the time I need to do anything with it, but hey, we'll find out. If I can find this and crab squid eggs. Vein warper. Let's go. Most fish in this game really just kind of want to take a bite of you and then go. That thing's probably going to be taking me out of my suit here in a second. But tried. Another gel sack here. Where is it? I think it warped out. I hear that guy. I'm fighting with stuff. I'm down here fighting. This is uraninite. That is what you power nuclear reactors with in this game, and it is it's cool to have. Which I'm actually running my base with now. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is not the Lost River Cave. Well, it does go down, down. And if the water gets to kind of like a sickly green, then we'll know we're in the right spot. Not what I was hoping for. In order to attack you, they have to warp you out of your suit, though, or your whatever vehicle you're in, and then attack you. So if you can just keep swimming, a lot of times you can get back to safety and be just fine. It's titanium. Don't need titanium. Or this stuff is good. Aqua Hell. That is a good designation. We're 536 meters down. Where's my suit? Okay. I need to stop and repair here in a second. I think I just already came around this corner. Running in circles. This does not look like the Lost River entrance to me, which means that we probably need to... Although it does go down, down, down. So let's see. Or around, I guess it doesn't go down. And at some point I'm gonna have to go pick up more water. We are in a cave, that's for sure. Which is actually really pretty. Actually, it's a gorgeous place to be. A lot of titanium down here. I'm glad I'm finding gel sacks. Gel sacks is at least making this worth doing. See, these guys... I think it's right on top of me. Are wusses. But they can still scare the fire out of you because they are ugly looking. Well, sex as we can. They're ugly and they like to attack out of nowhere. What do we have here? A diamond. Okay. Fair enough. In this game, diamonds aren't all that amazing. It descends. It does descend, but I don't think it descends where I need it to go. Find our 300 meters away. See, I don't know, 300 meters away and it descends. Go back to BB-8. Creature egg. First, let's check to see if we're okay. I think we are. What is this? Find out what kind of creature egg that is. Be cool if that turns out to be a. Come on. Stuff on the floor here is annoying. That turns out to be an egg from one of these. Large, so maybe it is. We will see. Back to the sub. Please don't get me. It may actually just be better for us to take the sea moth down, because this is between the two of us. Working out to be a lot more problematic
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
than I would have liked to see. See if we can head for the surface. Brandonite crystal right there. ruby, which I had promised myself I was going to pick up if I saw. Ruby and gel sacs are what this area is good for, I think. Not quite so much else, and I wanted to get the reef, so that's good. We've accomplished that. Where's the front of the sub? Because I was actually in need of gel sacs. I'm going to go put those in my garden when we get back. Pick up that uranium. And all the rubies I can find. But finding that Lost River entrance has proven to be complicated with a lot of the creatures in this area. And I think I could probably bring the sea moth down here and move around a lot more nimbly than I can with this guy and the prawn suit. The problem is the prawn suit is necessary for drilling some of the resources that I need when I'm down there. I can't do that in the sea moth. So what I will probably do is, and I think this strategy will work, is go back to the area in the sea moth and put down a number of markers that'll send me to the right spots. And then come back in the prawn suit in this and actually go check those spots out with the right equipment. Instead of just trying to exploratory surgery my way there. Where was I putting all this stuff? Had a spot for this. Coming away with good loot at least. That was the stuff for the base around here. Your eggs. I suppose we can stuff in here. Gel sacks. These trees are growing quickly, so that's good. Boy. When they just before they disappear, they give you 2 seeds as opposed to the regular 1. I suppose I can stave off hunger this way. But when you can't harvest from them when they're in this state, and I've got too many that are still actually growing. But I think between that filled up the eating, and I think I can now, let's see where I'm. Drink some water and then be just fine. Right. Exploring the Grand Reef wreck actually gave us some really decent I think having that sonar is going to be like what the sub needs to be able to avoid some of the stuff that's up ahead. Because essentially I'm blind. That's a problem. I have the visuals. I have cameras. But it would be nice to be able to tell what's coming up in front of me. Which is actually proving to be quite challenging right now. Alright, so we need to head back in the direction of RT-Do2 over there. Conning tower. 100 meters down. We'll see where we are in relation to everything out here. And I also need to do some charging on the subs. Okay, so we're due south. That's expected. Life pod 5 is over there. So if I head in this direction, I think we'll be okay avoiding. Some of the nasty stuff down here. Where are we going? Due north. Boy, night fell very quickly. On our way to life pod 5 here. East. I think more sparse reef stuff. Not much stuff out here. This is kelp forest. So we'll change heading. I think if we can keep it shallow, I think we'll be able to stay away from some of the nasty stuff. Given that we're blind and can't see where it is. That's a reefback leviathan, which is really cool. They're essentially harmless. This, I believe, kelp forest leads to grassy plateau. Change heading a bit. Due north. I think we're doing okay. I'm going to create a number of beacons, though. I think that's really what I need right now, just beacons. Just let's go mark where things are. And then come back with equipment. I'm going to change my strategy here on how to handle some of the challenges here. I need to be careful because there is a Reaper Leviathan out here somewhere. Which is why I'm sticking kind of close to the surface. And I'm kind of just keeping on the border of the kelp forest here because the kelp forest will lead me over there. Yes, and if I see that, then we're doing great. Because now my base HUD is starting to communicate with me.
Ahead standard.
I need to be careful of some of this stuff. Especially this shallow. About to dive. There we go.
Ahead slow.
All right. Let's take the poop with us. And all this stuff. Ah. Actually works for me. Park a little distance away.
Overboard, Captain.
Need a Cyclops upgrade for 2 vehicle bays, yes indeed. That would actually be very helpful. No doubt. Alright, so let me look real quick at what creature egg this is. I'm going to consult the wiki. And look, it may be something like a jelly ray or something, but I think if it's a... we picked up a couple of them. Take a look. And I'm thinking these are... I don't know what they are. Mesmer eggs. A mesmer is a fish I actually want to pick up. I don't see this anywhere on the egg chart. Like searching. No. This is they're crab squid eggs. I think these are gonna be fun. Crab squids hatch from these. Deep Grand Reef. Yes, I actually wanted to collect some crab squids. So I am excited about the notion of having a couple of crab squids in the aquarium. Put them in there, at least that way they're not chewing up the... And we can study them this way as opposed to having to fight them out in the reefs. Look at that. That's just... even the egg is scary. The good thing is, in the aquarium, everything is harmless. It does not want to kill you when you're in the when you're here. But I mean, look, even the egg is just like, ugh. Everything about them is just, yeah. All right, so let's do some things. Number one, let's check and see if my nuclear reactor is doing okay. I think I'm still good. We still have some energy here. That's good. I picked up some nuclear energy. So uraninite stuff. As long as I got this stuff coming in at a pretty decent pace, so I think we're in good shape. I have another reactor rod saved up just in case, so we're good there. Oh, let's see. We had diamonds and rubies we picked up. So I'll put this back in our stash. Good there. We've got a little bit of lithium, and then the gel sacks is what I'm most excited to have, because that's the one resource that I've kind of been looking to procure. Put this in the garden. I mean, look at those eggs. Tell me that wouldn't... if you found something like that that was acting like that, it wouldn't freak you out. Look at that. Alright, so let's plant some of these. So one of the things I picked up was... this blood kelp stuff. These will grow. I probably need to build more planter stuff for them, but that's great. I don't know if I have the plant space specifically. Any more right now? Some here. But I can start farming more of those. And that gives me like the what is it? Hydrogen? No, it was some kind of acid. No space in this plant. I do too. I can make a lot more. So I think if you strike them, you get the seeds. And this will make them grow. But it also turns one into many. So essentially we're farming stuff now as opposed to having to go out and get it. And that is alright with me in this game. Some of the stuff is for decoration. A lot of this stuff here, really all of it is like decorative. And I wanted to do that, like to go collect samples of things, ghost weeds, regress shells. But I really like the brain coral. This is pretty cool. Gives you oxygen. But actually, in the midst of that, I have some stuff that I can actually use to farm. There are resources. This creep vine is some of the stuff, which actually I'm keeping a couple, 3 here just for decoration. But I've got it all around the base, and that stuff actually grows the stuff that I needed to. These blood vines grow these blood oil. And blood oil is useful as well. So, like I said, some is decoration, some of this is actually farming. Actually farming of things. I got a lot more that I can grow there. Turn these two into some stuff. Any more that I can kill. Full up here. There was once. Where was it? Was it here? The slit space. There we go. Very cool. Turned just 3 or 4 of them into like a whole bunch. All right, let's go make that Cyclops module. I don't think I can do it here. I need to go to the Cyclops to do it. Make a visit to the terrarium real quick. We'll eat some food. Go back up there. Make that. Hasn't made anything quite yet. What was the recipe for it? Make sure I have the resources while we're here. Or at least a schematic for it. Why are you acting like I've never seen this stuff before? I've seen this stuff before. See, so like there are things like the Cyclops fire suppression module. I need the crystalline sulfur. I can make aerogel, but I just need the crystalline sulfur for that, which means I've got to go to the Lost River. That's the only place you can really pick that up. The decoy tube upgrade I already have installed. I already have created and installed the Cyclops shield generator. I think I may have one engine efficiency module going. I don't know if I have the MK1 installed. I'll have to go look. But we're trying to make the sonar. So computer chip and magnetite 3. Table coral, gold, and copper wire. So for that, I need copper. I have to go get some copper here soon. Gold. Grab some table coral. Turn the copper into copper wire. And then with the rest of it, combine it into... It was a computer chip, right? I need 2 table coral. Okay, so... Here. 3 magnetite. which I happen to be good on. Kind of parked in a stupid spot. Why did I park all the way out over here? I was so busy trying to avoid that.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All
Leviathan, I
systems
think.
online.
85 power. Probably sub out a couple of little bit of power here. So I don't need that. That draws power from the sub, but what I really need is to come over here, and I also need to make some creature decoys. That probably would have been helpful to have a few more of those. Sonar module. I think we can see in the dark now. Let's go test it. Can't tell you how excited I am for having a sonar module in this thing. Where is it here? Look how beautiful that is. That's just makes me so happy. Oh, and you turn it on and it just keeps repeating. And I think it uses 1% energy per ping. That's good to know. Okay, but at least we're not... Everything here is like you turn it on and you turn it off. I need to make more creature decoys as well before we go.
Engine powering down.
I think I can create those here. With the right stuff. Electronics? Tools maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Light stick deployable lighting. Probably need to have a bunch of those too for some of the darker spots in this area. I could probably stack a bunch of those in here. Light sticks, battery, titanium, and glass to make all of that. Yeah, here's what I need. Creature decoys. 3 titanium and a wiring kit for each. It's kind of expensive. But it makes 3 of them. So if I make, like, it's 6 titanium and 2 wiring kits, I can make a bunch of them and have them on hand. Let me go do that. Oh, well, I'm here. Let me grab the poop. Grab the poop.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
$2 silver per wiring kit. What else did it need? was it? Deployable. 3 titanium. Okay. It's really cool. We'll take that up to the sub. Alien feces, I can probably... let's find a spot for this. I have a whole power closet here for... See, we're running out of nuclear fuel now, so we're down to 1531 and sinking. Which is why I have extra nuclear rods on hand. The old one you have to dispose of in a nuclear trash can, essentially. It's the only way to throw those away. So another thing I need to do is recharge some power cells. Let me a battery closet over here. It has 1 power cell in it. Let's go back up to the sub and switch that out. Charge anything else that remains as well. I have a whole survival locker right here. See, this is good. I already have 2 power cells in here, so we're looking good. I've got space for that. Power cells at 85. See if there's any worse. 100, 100. Okay, so we switch out the one for 85. Charge the other 2. I think we'll be okay. I should have 2 on me and they should be terrible. Oh yes, we're charging cells. A lot of batteries too right now, which I can store in here. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to do then was create some of these. These are the markers, the beacons. Copper and titanium. Copper is going to be an issue for us, because we only have 1 of those. So copper and titanium. I'd like to make like a handful of them. So let's set this thing to see if we can find some copper ore. And if it's on the list, at least it is definitely going to be within a reasonable distance, and it looks like we have one out in the forest down here. We'll go drill some copper ore with C3PO. We also need to check for energy levels and such. I think energy is good because it recharges while it's here in the prawn bay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But I need to repair it. Because I think I took a hit or two from a couple warpers out there. Which is good. If I can handle warpers and if I can handle crab squids. I'm at the stage where I'm handling some of the nastier stuff that used to scare me. Because like I know how they attack now. Which is half the thing, is not half the stress is not knowing what they do to you. When you know, you know what to expect, and it's not quite so freaky. We need a copper and we need a titanium. I think we have enough titanium to pull us off. It's good, it's giving us a lot. Interesting, it's got a spot. Okay, copper ore is apparently right here. Well, we try that again. That angle was terrible. I don't think I can access my... I'd love to be able to, but I can't access the storage from in here. Which is annoying, because the sea moth you can. Some reactor material. Please mail it. Pen. Overnight would be great. And if they ask you, is there any, do you have anything to declare, right? Any perishables? Any? Make sure you say no. Deployables. All right. Isn't it funny how party humor is like the ultimate form of of like actually what's funny? I know many people would beg to differ. They would be wrong. Okay. And I do now have on my tracker, so I turned life pod 5 off. I haven't been in life pod in I don't know how long. which is good. That means that you're in the mid game when you don't ever have to go back to the itty bitty starting area. I like to keep these two on. Prawn suit's good. Mountain Island, I turn these on when I want to go to the islands. I want to go find the lead node. I put one out just to mark a lead node, but I don't even know if that node is still there anymore. I still need to visit Life Part 2. I know where Life Part 2 is, and that's at one entrance to the nasty spot. Proposed Agassi habitat is we already looked at that. That is actually in the cave I was just running around in, just on the side of it. We looked at that one in a previous episode. Life Part 19, Second Officer Keen, we'd seen. Crew reported the sea glide damage. That's real close to the beginning. We'd seen that. Stranded near cave system. We'd seen that. That was the one that alerted us to the Jelly Shroom Cave. Sunk to the ocean bed. That one's real close. So is this one, carrying a high priority passenger. We've looked at all of those. And then camera drones, of course. So I want to go pick up this lead node one, and we'll go mark some stuff. This whole next piece is just to mark entrances, exits, and things. That's the idea. So that I know how to get there without having to basically run into a lot of, or waste time kind of guessing where I'm going. You know, what's interesting is I should have called this room the kitchen, because I tend to eat in here more than I actually eat in my break room / kitchen. Because we're going to be on the Seamoth, I don't have much by way of storage. I've got all of these. I've got a couple of batteries. That's good. I do want to take an extra. I don't think I have any stored in my power room. It's down. Take a couple of water, food. Needed power cells. Do you have any? These power cells are full? Amazing how they charge. Yeah, that's just in case you run out of Seamoth juice. Not that I think we will.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I think I'm okay keeping everything else on. We'll put the power cell in there. A couple of batteries, some storage stuff. It's great to have some storage on the Seamoth, actually. Propulsion cannon I tend to keep with me. What I probably should go get is my Sea Glide before we go running out. Because there is a chance that if you get away from the Seamoth and you need to get back to it quickly. And I have to remember where I left it. I think it's in the miscellaneous closet. Yes, and you can't go wrong with a stasis rifle also. But it's well now that I've used some magnetite, actually put the magnetite in with the rest of the magnetite. Stasis rifle is very good for fighting with the nasty things that are out there. Okay. And nasty things there are. For sure.
All systems online.
Why isn't my life pod showing on my HUD? That's odd. Interesting. Okay, so I had marked a lead node, right? Where's the lead node? I don't see it anywhere here. That's what I want to go tackle first. Go turn that thing off. Interesting. I wonder if that's... Oh, there it is. Okay. 721 in that direction. I need to get better about dodging fish. Yay, one of the crab squids. Hatched. Alright, so I'm going to actually deploy one here. We got biters outside. Look at that jerk. Probably gonna attack me while I'm trying to get this thing out of here. Blood kelp trench. Okay. Go on to the lead node. So the Blood Kelp Trench actually does have an entrance to the Lost River. I want to go do south from here. Again, sparse reef. For some reason I'm able to navigate a lot better in the sea moth than I can in the other Got some good nodes around here. Gather nodes. Look at this. That's lithium, I think. Beginning of the Grand Reef where we were just running around. And they were caves, so I don't know if that this is necessarily one of the caves. So we were running around in here earlier. But I don't think this is necessarily the entrance. To the good to know that that's there. Whoa, what is attacking me? Whoa! It's pushing me around. But isn't actually hurting me, which is cool. Goodness me. Alright. So it's not cave system, is it? We'll go due east. Bone shark. Okay. And this may be getting out of the Grand Reef. If it is, there is a spot to the... Let's ascend to the surface and have a look. Navigating is some of the tough stuff with this because you don't really have a map at your disposal. A lot of times you're kind of dealing with the unknown. We should be south of the Aurora. Okay. So that's the crag fields that we're about to enter here. Straight down. And then to the west. This will put us back in the Grand Reef. Ugh. Please don't attack me. Please don't don't attack me and then put me with one of these. That's no good. Where's my... I think I stunned it. Let's keep going while we can. Oh my goodness. Ghost Leviathan. Just need to find a spot to hide and repair. We okay right here? There's a ruby down here I can grab too. I think we're okay for a second. Ooh, my goodness. Samples on the way. Just realized the game has no bathroom for you to use, so you're holding it in. You're in the ocean. Just drop it like it's hot. It works. Isn't that how it works when you're in the water? Just pee? Notice it has no restrooms either, but wow, in Star Trek Online, do you really? You can go to the restroom in Star Trek Online? Oh, very interesting. I'm looking for the entrance to the Lost River. I know one is down here. Warpers, man, those warpers. We're still going south-southwest. Don't do it. Hey, Sea Trader's Way. Hey, look. Da poops. Alien feces are good for bioreactors. It arrived, Pendracos. Where am I going? South, southwest. Goodness me, I can't stop those things from showing up. Okay, that's probably the edge of the map. So let's go. I may end up having to go in there from the Blood Kelp Trench, which I was hoping not to have to do.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And that is now 1,500 meters and then to the northwest. This is the Sea Trader's way again. Sea Trader. Let's go explore this while we... So this whole thing is one big migration route. And I've actually been wanting to take a look at it more for the purpose of poop, in all honesty, than anything else. Look how much poop there is around here. Lots of glorious poop. Or like, what are you doing, man? This is bioreactor gold, guys. Hopefully I don't get stomped to death. I'm told these are harmless. It is a Leviathan class creature. Thought there was a poop around here. Lots of poop around here. They do attack though. If you get on their nerves. It's just like my inventory is full of poop. Yeah, take that. I don't take no guff. I'm a pooper I'm an underwater pooper scooper. At 340 meters down. They tried to attack me. Look at all this. My whole inventory is poop. That's good. It's good bioreactor material here. Copper. I need copper. I know one's down here in this. In the. How much of it there is around here? Goodness me. They're just huge. Is the downside, but they're everywhere. So the Sea Treader's Way is along the west side of the map. You can see like. They kind of just, if I go out to the east any further, I'll be off the map. So I'm headed, and I'm headed northward. I'll probably have to head back. Dump the poop. Or at least store it on the Cyclops for use when I deploy. But I am still trying to look for. Here it goes, Leviathan. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, that one was sore. Ghost Leviathans don't really scare me until they're in huge numbers, or until I'm in the way beyond the edges of the map. And then I'm like, when you're fighting 3 of them suddenly, and there's like no bottom of this map in sight. Yes, it's more challenging. I didn't bring food with me. Make any sense? But okay, we're gonna head back anyway. This is a scouting mission. That's all this is. The migration path. Look how cool that is. That's the edge. So on the western edge of the map here. Checking out the Sea Treader's Way. So I have been wanting to check this area out for a long time. It's really cool that we got to do that. It's cool that we got to come away with some of the and now we're in a gigantic cave, which is their migration route, which is really cool. And I like that they're harmless. Agent Story is a female chiss, really. Kind of romance the aristocrat, yes. Trader of the chiss. Yes, that's... As a female chiss, you will find yourself misbehaving fairly often. Look how cool this is. It's kind of beautiful and creepy in its own way. This is the northern end. So what I'm gonna do is actually mark this. It starts here and then continues down in that direction. This is great. I'm actually building some decent... That's what I was wanting to do. Building some decent navigation points. Because I'm tired of flying around blind. I hear something not nice. Away from it because you start hearing some of that roaring, and the next thing I know, I'm gonna be in trouble. Okay. The blood kelp trench starts here. Interesting. Looks like it. We'll take a dive here in a moment. Let me just get this figured out like I was wanting to. Blood kelp trench. That's good to have that around. Sea Treader's Path. I'm going to switch that to the color I want it to be. I just want my islands are the ones I want marked yellow. Everything else will be... we'll keep on here. Okay, so kelp trench. Treader's Path. That's Blood Kelp Trench. Where did I start that? That's up here. So we are entering kind of in the side from the Sea Treader's Way. This is gold. I think. Yes. Blood Kelp Trench is also freaky as I'll get out. But I'm a little more... Okay, so I don't need those because I'm not growing them homegrown, which is good because they take up huge slots in inventory. This, I believe, there are bone sharks that like to eat you as well. Where did I put my marker for this? Here's the start of it. Ooh, the Blood Kelp Trench Wreck. Fantastic. I've never found this, and I've been needing to for a while, so this is good. Hopefully nothing will jump me while I'm out here. Oh my goodness. I was wrong. I was so wrong.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Get lost. Jerk, get lost. I'm trying to look at this thing here. Oh my goodness. I was about to get out and get this. This thing I knew. Already have that. Okay. I can dump the titanium. Please don't eat me. I don't want to be attacked. It's probably one that I don't know if I have to descend on it from the inside. Nothing along the top. Okay, so I have to look at it from the underside. It's gonna scan little nasty crabs. Everything out here is so nasty. I have water, but I have no food. Well, do I have food? I think I may have food. I can store it on this thing. I bought a nutrition bar. Bought me a protein bar. What else? You have to access this from underneath. So. Hey. Prawn suit stuff. I have all of the arms for the prawn suit. Nuclear reactor fragments, grappling harm, prawn suit. I think we're actually good on, for the most part, on stuff I need. I don't think I can see it. Let's see what else is there. When you have any vents. Let's see. Modification station, nuclear reactor. Of course, we have all of that stuff already. Pathfinder tool. Grab some air. Where was my... It was here. I'm using the Pathfinder tool when I'm doing this because I've almost run out of oxygen before. And I don't want to do that again. Nothing worth scanning in here. Bench. Seen all that. Okay. I think we just ran in a circle for the most part. Just fine. Can access this way too. Well, I'm underwhelmed with this wreck. I thought it was going to be cooler than it turned out to be. And there was an opening on the top. Interesting. Totally just missed that. So where's my marker? Put a marker up here. There we go. Okay, Sea Traders. That's a Sea Traders path. Let's find the one that was. Blood kelp starts over there. That's good though. We've got that wreck. Do some repair tool because I forgot that I got wrecked a little bit by the. We'll come make another foray out here and do a little bit more scouting. But good. Blood kelp trench. Sea Trader's path. I'm gonna stay real low. Looking for those. Thank you. Ability to ping things. All I want is a sand shark egg now. By the way, we'll go back to the base and see the... Can't wait. Go see the... newly hatched crab squid. And we'll deliver the poop to the closet. Yeah, where are you on storage here? Good. Good, good, good. Okay, fantastic. Actually, I do want to do something. Switch out. So every time you use a Seamoth ping sonar, it uses 1% of the battery life of the power cell. Good one in here, right? Bring a new one with me. A lot of poop. Poop power. Let's grab some water while we're here and we'll go back out. Really, I'm full up on rubies? How interesting. I'm gonna put this power cell on the charger. Take the one that I know is full. Grab some water, some more food. Go. Actually, I need to start making cured stuff for eating out in the while we're out there running around. Instead of this stuff, I have to get some, actually make some cured fish. Because everything in here, you can pick it up and it rots, and then the food value basically degrades. The beautiful thing about having these in here is that you can eat it immediately, but when you're out traveling and want to take some food with you, you need to have that stuff handy. Look at these beautiful crab squids. And they're massive, which is great. And they won't attack me as long as I'm in here with them. Long scan. Alright, this large predator can be found in deep waters where it lurks amongst the blood kelp and membrane trees in search of prey. It can deploy a powerful electromagnetic pulse, which we've found out to defend itself, which it doesn't defend anything, it just kills everything. 10 limbs feature different appendages for swimming, walking, hunting, possibly even tool use. Creatures caught in its grasp are expertly butchered and quickly consumed. Ew. That's why I'm afraid of these things. Behavior: rays and other illuminated herbivores are its usual prey. So that's a clue right there. Let's kill the lights. Which of course is in the assessment. It will approach and attack any light source in the vicinity. Its EMP blast was likely developed as a response to predation by creatures with electrical hunting mechanisms. While crab squids appear to have large brains and a resemblance to the intelligent squids of Earth, the organ inside the creature's head is in fact its stomach, which it must fill with startling regularity. Neutralizes electrical equipment, yes. So if you're in the sea moth and the prawn, it'll just disable you and you just sink to the bottom. Lights attract its attention. Okay, so this thing is all about electrical activity. Wherever they happen to be. Look how huge they are. The stomach on the inside there. Like, my aquarium just got a lot scarier, a lot more ferocious. These things floating around in here just I've got all of the terrible creatures of the sea in this thing, except for the jelly rays. I have those because I like them. Everything else is positively frightening. Goodness. I'm going to have to make a second thing, and I'll probably have to keep it in here. For local fish. I'm going to have to go make some stuff. So let me actually handle that. Let me use my habitat deal. Deconstruct this. No longer necessary. Glass. Find some quartz here soon. Hope it doesn't make 2 glass to make that thing. Let's see. I've been finding quartz everywhere, so quartz is not necessarily something I'm concerned with finding around here. Maybe time to remove that as well. But let's see what it takes to make it. That's one. I'll make it. I'll put it right there. And then what I'll do is I'll grab fish out of it and then we'll cook them. Quartz. Is there any good, easy way to find quartz in what I have? I don't think so. Let's see if I can find a quartz. Hopefully this won't take long. Quartz will be readily available in caves around here, but if I can find like a large node around here somewhere and just kind of mine it all at once, that would be great. Those will be the smaller ones in the cave systems up above. Can find anything here in the well, it's not jelly shroom, it's just the mushroom forest. That's what we'll go for. Pull up that direction. North. Anything out here? I like it if I could find something this direction. Apparently not. I'm just gonna have to search for it up above us. Okay, it is what it is. Well, around here we'll grab more fish.
All systems online.
And I think that should be easier to do because I have a graph trap around here just kind of doing its thing. Just have to find the entrance to whatever cave this is. Fair enough. Easy to get quartz. It's finding him everywhere now. This is a crash fish egg. I'm gonna grab another crash fish egg. Happy to do that. Peepers are speedy little jerks. They're hard to... I'm really just grabbing all this stuff so that I can pair it with salt and actually have some food I can take with me on some of these you. Whole fish, interesting. I like the whole fish because it's got a hole like right through the middle of it, which is really cool. How are we doing? And we're full up. I don't see right above my head on the stream where I've got myself positioned. is an icon, like a base life pod icon. And I'm wondering if that's because I have the... if that's really new, essentially, but it's because I have the... sea moth turned on. Guys, I got something going on outside. I don't know quite what it is. I'm gonna call, and it's loud. I'm gonna call the stream for a little bit. I don't know if I'll be back on tonight. If I am not, I shall see you another night, but I gotta go check it out. It's got me kind of freaked out. And it's not the game that's doing it, something's going on outside. Catch you guys later.